how has this week felt?
This week is great. I mean, it's nothing but energy and movement. There's something about the Super Bowl, like there's no other event that gives me the energy that this thing does.
And it's in your city.
I feel like I'm on fuel. It's in my city. It's giving the city a whole new angle. I like view it in a different way. The fact that it's all here. But this starter lounge experience, I mean, you know, I have to hand it to the team for putting this together. I mean,
unbelievable.
It's better than expected. It's been great to have a home base.
Yeah.
And what a cool home base, right?
Oh, my God.
We've gotten to know some wonderful people.
The sweetest.
So really, isn't that what it's all about? It's
Yeah.
and every single podcast we've had have talked about the network and the relationships and the community. It's all about what I'm all about.
Yeah. And when you're in a space like this, you really feel it. Like, we're already friends with everybody here. We're getting to know the team. So, like, everyone's just
100%.
Yeah.
So all great.
It's been so good.
We're going to get real. We're getting real here at the Starter Lounge. One more time, we got Pacman Jones.
Smell me.
So glad to be back with you another day. And we got Brock Davies. Brock was on a Bravo show called Vanderpump Rules.
I seen that show, actually.
Yeah. So, Pacman, what are you getting real about this week during Super Bowl?
If I had my own outreach of what I would like to get real about, it would be mental health. I deal with bipolar. My family dealt with bipolar. Like, my mom has been taking bipolar medicine forever and never even fucking told me, you know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, I'm dealing with this. Maybe you might be dealing with this too. Like,
right.
And I come from a crazy background with my dad being killed in front of me, like right in front of me, like right here. He's right there. And like I dealt with a lot of mental things that I didn't realize what I was dealing with until I finally like asked her, like, yo, Mom, do you have any issues? She's like, what do you mean by issues? And I'm like, do you have anything that you take medicine for or you deal with?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, bro. I'm bipolar. I'm like, at this point, I'm 22 years old. Like, as a parent, like, if you're dealing with something, I think you should at least have the audacity to tell your son, hey, look, you know, 60% of your family is bipolar.
Wow.
And, but make a long story short, I had a chance to go to McLean Hospital because I want to check myself in to really figure out, was I or was I not? What am I dealing with? Is it anger? Is it not anger? And I stayed in Boston. My wife stayed at a hotel right down the street because I like checked myself in, like not day patient. And came back, I was a bipolar. So my whole thing is, like, if I had to express something to someone, first of all, don't be scared to tell somebody what you're dealing with. Second of all, it's way more people that's dealing with stuff that you can ever even imagine. And for our community, as the black people, like, be open and honest to your kids about what you're dealing with. Because, like, I truly think if my mom would have told me that when I was 14, 15, 10, 9, 8, or sent me somewhere, like a lot of things I went through, I wouldn't have went through. Like,
wow, off the bat.
It's cool to talk about wins and losses. Like, that's cool. Like, you're going to have some wins, you're going to have some losses. But, like, that's what I would talk about. If I had one main objective to talk about why I'm at Super Bowl,
okay,
it would be to the parents and the kids. Just saying, like, hey, bro, it's cool to have a shrink. It's cool to talk to somebody.
No.
It's cool to open up and be vulnerable. And it took me a little while to figure that out. But where I'm at in my life right now, like, I got 3 unbelievable kids. And they're all superstars because I had a chance to, like, yo.
Talk to them.
Yeah. And have them talk to other people, too, though.
Yep.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all need to get checked out, too, to make sure, because I'm not the expert.
Having an honest conversation with your family members is how, as a family unit, you guys can help each other get through these things.
Yes.
So the thing is, you've been able to identify that with your situation with your mom and your family, and then take that lesson so that you can kind of be the change.
Yes.
So that's huge.
Yeah.
What are you getting real about, Brock, this week?
Look, I think for me, it's just embracing the unknown. You know, we've had a big transformation year going on. I think everyone's kind of how we all feel similar to that, and understanding that like that next step, you just got to take it and trust in your core beliefs of what you can do, and take that next step in whatever direction it is for anybody. If I could get real with people to say, listen, if you don't know what that next step is, but just know that you can figure that next step out. You'll always figure it out.
I love that.
It's crazy.
I love that.
I think everyone.
That's my whole life. You know that, right?
100%, because you
That's
get
my
put in
whole
some
life,
random
bro.
situations, and
Don't
then
never let
somehow-
nobody say what we can't do.
Right.
That's it. So yeah, that's it.
Well, no, I think that's a really important thing. You cannot take anyone else's word for it. You know, you have to do what you know you can do. So what's the biggest thing you ever had to overcome?
I was seeing my dad getting killed right in front of me. I was 7 years old. I'm talking about it's like a watermelon getting busted right open in front of you.
Damn.
Incredible.
Like, I'm to a point now where I can talk about it. Like,
I know. Well, I'm
used to
sorry.
couldn't
Yeah, I
even
don't want
talk-
to.
No, you cool. Like, that's what we're doing this for, because I'm not the only kid that done went through this. It's somebody else that's going through this that might need to hear this too.
You're right. It's wild, baby.
It was hard. I ain't gonna lie. And I kept a lot of anger.
I can't even believe
And
that,
like
man.
when
'cause
it
you're
comes to
so open.
seeing that, it almost, how I thought about it was, all right, I'm gonna win by any means necessary. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm talking about fighting, punching, shooting, whatever it is. I'm gonna win. Like, in my family, bro, like, my dad died at 21 years old. My uncle died at 19 years old. My other uncle died at 22. Like, I'm the first male on my dad's side of the family that's done lived to see 40 years old.
Wow.
And so mentally, when I was growing up, and it's crazy, like, we having this conversation right now. I've said it probably once or twice, but nobody on my male side of the family, besides me, on my dad's side, that lived to see 22 years old. So I was very violent. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was violent. I'm like, all
Can't
right,
believe it.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever happens, I'm gonna make sure that I live to see 22, 23. My 21st birthday with my wife. She's like, you want to go out? Nah, we ain't going out nowhere. She's like, why you don't want to go out?
You want to make it 22?
Told her the story. Like, everybody in my family have not reached to see 22 years old.
It's crazy.
I'm cool.
Wait, how old are you now?
42.
I know. Can you believe it? You look
I
great.
broke the curse, bro.
There's some stories between
Broke the
21
curse.
and 42
Come on,
right there, brother. You
man.
doubled up.
Come on.
Can you
Double
relate
down.
to this, Brock, in any ways from your
I mean,
New Zealand
I feel
upbringing?
like that's it's intense. And I think everyone has their own journey. You know,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
for me, it was the youngest of 5, single mother. And then 15 years of school. In 12 years of school, I went to 15 schools. And
Damn.
so it gave me this ability to find out, like, I can figure this out, put myself in these uncomfortable situations, adapt. But I think if I could pinpoint like a pretty cool moment in my life where it was like the odds were stacked against me, was I'd never played in the NFL before, but I played rugby, and I was in Australia, and I was like, if I save my contract for 5 years and not pay taxes, I can make that in one season of the NFL. And they wear pads. And so with that ambitious dream, I knew I had.
Hey, bro,
to
I want to say,
about
I'm
it.
going to interrupt you. You was a
You good.
fucking good rugby player, too. But go ahead.
It was great. And so I ended up flying to America with no experience. I was going to train with the best college athletes. So I went to Exos, formerly Athletes Performance in Arizona, North Scottsdale.
I worked out there.
Yeah, bro, it's where the best went. So I wanted to see how I could balance against these pros. I was running routes with Odell Beckham, and I was lifting with Aaron Donald. And it was just to see their careers in the NFL, and then just to kind of see how I started my journey into America. At one point, I think I was eating Odell's scraps because I was just broke, bro. I had nothing. I figured it out. He was just, I was like, oh, I have that, please. He's like, yeah, you can have that. I was like, all right, perfect. and he probably still remembers that. And
What's the number one lesson you learned and we're playing in the NFL?
I mean, you just got to have, if you have the vision, there's nothing else that can take away from that plan
Say it again, bro.
But you have to like visualize it. I remember flying, I could listen to this one song on repeat, and it was me walking out of a locker room, lining up, kicking the football, then running back out of me, lighting that person up. And I played that, I was so ingrained in my mind that when I finally got my first game in college football, I did it and I got suspended. So I lit him up.
What about you, Pacman? What's the number one lesson you learned playing?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Number one lesson that I've learned, I'm saying it's kind of different from what you said, but like I ain't have family.
Yeah.
So my whole thing was loving my kids, teaching them something better. Like, it's cool, but don't do what your dad did. My grandma raised me, but like mentally, I never really had love for people because I always thought everybody was against me. You get what I'm saying? And 90% of them was.
Yeah.
Until I went to West Virginia. West Virginia changed my life. But I would say the biggest thing is love and family because we only got so much time. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter what you're doing. All that shit is cool. But I think for me, my thing about what I'm trying to do is you might not even be my kid, but God have put me here to change other kids' lives because that's what I had for me. I had an old white lady adopt me, Mr. Blessy, R.I.P. Mr. Blessy. But she taught me way more than X's and O's, dollar signs, and really like, damn, like, I love you.
Well, yeah, you've got a daughter. Nobody teaches you to be a parent. You do kind of, I mean, you might have some, but for the most part, this is the hardest job ever.
Especially in this day and time.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's been really fun hanging with
Let's
you.
go Super Bowl,
bro.
baby.
Yeah.
We should do this more often.
We'll do it. We're gonna. All-pro legend Eric Metcalf, looking great, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
So, how far did you travel for this show?
Look, Seattle.
That's not too far.
It's good for me because
but rumor has it you may not be rooting for them.
It's not that I'm not rooting for them.
Well, I mean, they're not the pick.
It's not that I'm not rooting for them. It's just I've never been a Seahawk fan. I'm from Seattle, and everybody knows that I'm from Seattle, but I've never been a Seahawk fan. When I was a kid, they didn't exist. So I was a San Diego Charger fan. Then they come into existence. They're in the AFC West, which is in the same division as my favorite team. So I didn't really care for the Seahawks at that point. And then the very first game they ever played was against the St. Louis Cardinals. And my dad, Terry Metcalf, was playing for them. So from day one, they're not my favorite.
Yeah, there you go. I get you. It's hard to shake that, what we learn as kids, and doesn't change.
It is. And, I mean, if you look throughout the world with teams and kids, how they like teams, a lot of times because their dad liked the team, their cousin, their family liked a particular team. And so it's the generations and the lineage that moves on.
Totally. What was it like having to follow in footsteps? I mean, did that intimidate you or motivate you? How did that work?
I think it only intimidates you when you're not good.
Right.
I knew I was good.
You were
I knew
good.
I was good.
You were good.
And I had the confidence that I was going to be good. So my dad being in the NFL just motivated me because I wanted to be able to say, I'm the best Metcalf in the family.
Right. A little competition's good, right? So what are you doing now? We've been talking to a lot of players this week about the transition from being pro football player in that crazy world and then going into the real world. What's it been like? What's real life like for you these days, Mr. Metcalf?
You know, it's cool, but sometimes I feel kind of bored. But like during the football season, I go back and forth to Cleveland because I do TV there. I do pregame, postgame shows on a local station in Cleveland. And so that takes up my time flying back and forth during the season. And then, when I first retired, I got into coaching track. I'd actually helped a lot of kids and started a track club while I was playing. And so I got into coaching track and having a track club immediately when I retired. Then I started coaching track at the University of Washington.
Oh,
so
wow.
I coached collegiately and everything. So I coached track for a long time. I'm still coaching a guy who runs professionally right now. But and I've do some consulting with Nike Track and Field. So for the most part, I stay involved with sports that I was a part of.
Yeah,
I
100%.
ran track, so I coach and do some consulting with that. And I obviously played football, so I get to go back and do the games in Cleveland, which makes me feel a part of it still, because I don't know how often I would go back to Cleveland if I weren't doing those games. I mean, I would watch them and want them to win and everything, but going back and being in the crowd and in the thick of it, it just makes you feel more appreciated, especially the way people treat me there.
Everything you do is pretty awesome. So we are very interested in health and well-being. Is there any health cause or anything that's affected you? We talk about getting hit by the bouncing ball that you want to talk about relative to health and being healthy.
Well,
how do you stay healthy?
I walk 9 miles a day.
Wow.
With the weight vest. And, it's because, and it's going to sound crazy, I'm so afraid of death. It just bothers me. And I don't know if that has to do with playing football or anything, but it just bothers me every time someone I know pass away. It bothers me because then I get to thinking about I'm getting old. And so I try to stay moving. That's why I started 9 miles. I got to 9 miles because I felt like everything before that was nothing.
That's incredible.
Right? And I
was going to say, is 9 miles special? Probably is. Sounds like there's a program in there.
I just couldn't get, when at 3 miles, I felt like I didn't accomplish anything, and I just kept going and going until I felt 9 miles. That's a spot where I feel like I'm burning, and I feel like I'm getting a workout out of it because I just want to be in shape.
I always ask, if there's a soundtrack to your life, what would that soundtrack be?
Whoa. A soundtrack to my life.
Music question.
I got that. I've never been asked that. I've been asked out my walkout song, and that would be Big Papa.
Okay, that's
but
good.
I've never been asked
we'll take
the soundtrack.
To your life.
To my life. Dang. I'm stuck right now.
You're going to have to call me with that one,
I'm going to have to call you with that. Yes,
I don't normally
know
stump
a lot
people.
of music, and I'm really stumped with that.
Well, what's the best vacation you took lately?
Well, I love Monaco. So I go to Monaco every year. So
that's beautiful, too.
I go to Monaco every year.
I love the sound of that.
So that's something I do.
All right,
every
Eric,
year.
a real honor to meet you. I mean, legend and just an all-around great guy.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks
Wishing you all the best.
Wait, okay, I have a surprise for you, though, Jim.
Okay, what do we got?
So, our final guest is someone you saw at the Super Bowl last year. Famous rapper. Wears a big clock around his neck. Flav.
No, that's even crazier.
Yeah, he's on his way.
No way.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
Super Bowl.
And we got, does everyone have their watches? We have one watch. I feel kind of lame.
We need to load up.
I can't wait to see him. All right, we're in the starter lounge, baby, for the Super Bowl. I got the incredible, the incomparable Flavor Flav in the house. So what's new? What's happening at Super Bowl? What are you getting real about here?
Hey, well, honestly, you know what I'm saying? I came out here to promote this brand new record that we released. You know what I'm saying? We released a record called She Got Game. Back in the day, Spike Lee had the famous movie He Got Game.
Yeah.
We did the soundtrack
he stopped by
to
here
it.
today earlier, yeah.
Oh, Spike did?
Yeah, he was here.
Let me tell you something, man. Spike is one of the biggest supporters of everything and anything, man. That makes that's right. And that does the right thing.
Yeah, he does the right thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyway, we took our soundtrack, He Got Game, and we turned it into She Got Game. You know what I'm saying? Empowerment for women's sports.
That's right.
And stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got a nice all-girl cast on the record. You know, Cindy Blackman Santana, she's on the drums. Have a young lady named Grace Bowers on the guitar.
Oh, I love Grace Bowers.
Yes.
I've seen her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is so awesome. A girl named Blue D Tiger on the bass. I mean, these girls did a real fantastic job on this record. You know what I'm saying? We also partnered up with the Women's Sports Foundation. We're trying to raise awareness, you know what I'm saying, for women's sports and trying to raise money for the female athletes.
What was the inspiration? What got you into that? How'd you get
what got me into it was 2 years ago. There was a young lady named Maggie Steffens. She's the captain for the United States Olympic water polo team.
Correct.
And she put out a story of how active their lives are when they're not in the water and when they're not competing. You know, and they're home, but like working 2 and 3 jobs. You know, living like normal people, regular people. So, you know, my manager turned me on to the story. And she said, you know what, Flav? You should sponsor this girl. I said, you know what? I love to sponsor the girl, but not just the girl. I want to sponsor the team. So the team took my offer and sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? So that's what got me into it. You know, plus I'm a girl dad.
Yeah.
And women.
How old's your daughter?
I have 4 daughters.
How old are they?
My oldest just turned 40 today.
No way, wow.
And then I have another daughter that's 30.
Happy birthday.
37. Then I have another daughter that's 33. And my last baby girl, she's 29.
Amazing.
Yeah, you know what I'm
and
saying?
They're all near you, or are they all over the place? Do you get to see them a lot?
Yeah. Well, my 2 oldest is in New York. And then the other 2, one is in the Bronx, and then the other one is out in Vegas with me.
Oh, sweet. Okay, Vegas, right. I got that. Well, I met you with Shelley's Alice at the Female Quotient, so she did a whole, that's how I got it. So, of course, they focus on women's issues like that. So that's terrific that you're doing that.
Women, all women want to do is be recognized for the good that they do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, water polo definitely was a sport that's not really recognized. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and these girls, they had 3 back-to-back gold medals. I was trying to push them to get that 4th gold medal. That's why I went over to Paris and I was pushing them. They didn't get the 4th gold medal, but they did come in 4th place. I'm so proud of these girls because they did a real good job over there.
Well, the rise of women's basketball is pretty remarkable, right? I mean,
yeah. Oh, man, the women's basketball.
We got the Valkyries.
Women's basketball has been so amazing over the years and how it's developed.
Do you think the work you did has inspired some growth there? I mean, it probably did.
I think so. I think it did. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the work that I do inspires a lot of people playing sports, period.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just basketball or football or baseball or soccer, hockey, whatever it is, you know, I feel that, you know, I do inspire all.
You do. What are you going to inspire us about next? What's coming up?
Me going over to Italy, because now I sponsor the bobsled skeleton team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going over there on Monday. I'm going to Italy. You know what I'm saying? And also I want to thank Raising Cane's for partnering up with me for sponsoring the United States Olympic bobsled skeleton team. Not only that, but I also joined the team. So you know what y'all could be looking for? For me to be competing next year, hopefully, in the Olympics.
That's incredible.
I'm
now the team is all women, right? I mean, or is this the men's
the bobsled skeleton team is men and women.
Oh, it's both. Wow.
It's both, yeah.
So where do you sit in? I mean, you're going to be on the team. How do you train for that?
Well, they train you. I'm going to go back up to Park City, and they're going to train me to do a full course.
Yeah, wow.
And everything. And I get used to it, and I get good. Yes, I want to try to compete next year. I want to try.
Oh, we're going to be watching for that.
Yeah, I'm going to try now.
Any new music coming?
Yes, I got new music coming. Public Enemy, we just released the album over the summer. You know, it's called Black
correct.
Sky Over the
Yes.
Projects, Apartment 2025. We released that album when we were out on tour with Guns N' Roses. And we got some more Guns N' Roses dates right now coming up here for the States too as well.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I'm also working on an all R&B album. So I'm about to release some R&B stuff to you guys.
Wow.
The world don't know that side of me.
No.
They only know the rapping side of me. The yeah, boy, you know what I'm saying side. But
We
they
love
don't,
that side.
But they don't know that I can sing and that I can hold a note. I want the world to know that side of me. So
where were you trained musically? How did you get trained?
I trained myself musically. You know, I played 14 different instruments, and I started, you know, off on piano when I was like 5 years old. All of my other instruments I taught myself.
And family encouraged you to keep going.
Yeah, family encouraged me to keep going, and people encouraged me to keep going. But the main thing that really encouraged me to keep going was myself. Wanting to be famous one day like Sly Stone or like James Brown. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to always be, you know, famous one day.
And you've done that.
You know? Yeah, like, or like Herbie Hancock. You know what I'm saying? You know, Stanley Clark on the bass. You know what I'm saying? These are my legends. These are my influencers.
Yes. Okay, well, that's what I do love to ask that question. If there was a soundtrack to your life, what would it be?
If there was a soundtrack to my life, what would it be? I did it my way.
I love that. That's perfect. You sure did.
That would be the soundtrack to my life.
You sure did. So it's the Super Bowl. I got to ask you about the halftime show. What do you think of Bad Bunny? Do you
Man,
know?
listen,
hung out
man.
with him?
I'm happy for my boy to be getting up on that stage to represent the Puerto Rican culture. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have 3 Puerto Rican babies.
Oh, okay.
You know
wow.
what I'm saying? Yeah, from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? In the whole 9. And not only that, but Puerto Rican culture has also been a very, very large part of our musical culture, our rap music culture as well. You know what I'm saying? So you doggone right. The Bad Bunny deserves to be up there.
And any advice for him?
My advice to Bad Bunny is get up there and just do what you do like you always do. That's why he's Bad Bunny, because he's bad.
He is bad.
Yeah, he's bad. He's
not
bad.
as bad as you.
I love him.
You're the baddest. Hey, thanks so much. I know you got to go. I really appreciate you coming on and getting real with us. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good luck in Cortina.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And may the best man win.
That's
I know.
right.
I wish both teams could win.
Yeah. Well, they do by coming, I think.
Well, both teams did win. You know.
They did.
You know why I say that? Because they won themselves a trip to the Super Bowl.
That's right. And there's nothing better. Glad I'm here with you for it.
Yo, thank you for having me.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on the Get Real Hybcast. You know, I hope you feel a little healthier hanging out with me. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun passing this along to others. Please subscribe below. Please share. I'm excited not just to talk about healthcare, but a lot of other fun topics. It's about making healthy talk about healthcare. It's not a lecture. This is supposed to be fun, and look forward to spending more time with you in the future.